creepy and they're kooky, mysterious and spooky. They're all together ooky, the Addams Family. Their house is a museum. When people come to see them, they really are a scream, the Addams Family.
Neat. Sweet. Petite.
So get a witch's shawl on, a broomstick you can crawl on. We're gonna pay a call on the Addams Family.
Hey Chatham Cougars, Courtney Franks here.
And I'm Jack Bird, and welcome to episode 3 of the CHS Pulse.
This fall was the most successful Cougar weekend yet, with most teams getting that W.
Yeah, it was really a fun weekend. Let's take a look at all the excitement.
One word that describes my Cougar night experience would be
chaos.
Overwhelmingly excited and happy.
Awesome.
A spark to the rest of our season.
LeBron James.
Electric.
Very fun. Unifying.
Before Cougar Night, we had a rough season and we hadn't really scored too many goals. So I think that scoring 4 goals on Cougar Night, it really showed the team that we could be.
We've been struggling this season in the sense that we play really well and we're really equally matched, but we end up losing by a couple goals. We're having a losing season, so we haven't won many games, but most of the time we're just losing by 1 goal or we're winning by 1 and then we make a stupid mistake and then they end up catching up to us.
We were definitely really looking forward to the night. Last year was wonderful and we really wanted to recreate the same atmosphere and same result.
We were looking forward to the game. We were pretty amped getting out there, and then we knew we were getting that powder toss.
Stepping onto the field for the 4th and final time was a little surreal because, not only do you want to win on your last night, but just to kind of see yourself 4 years ago, on the bench, freezing your butt off, just waiting for a chance to get in. Now you're leading the team as a captain. It's quite crazy to think about.
Well, it was my 3rd Cougar night, so I was just really excited. But the good thing about field hockey is not a lot of people understand it, so it took a little pressure off. On the day of ours supposed to be Cougar Weekend game, we were in the locker room, we were just listening to music, we were really pumped. And then our coach actually had to come in and tell us it was canceled. So that was very depressing. But then it was really awesome to see how we were able to reschedule it and people still were willing to come out and watch us and support us.
We love the school community. It's so nice to finally get a big crowd and to start off Cougar Weekend on the right note.
It's definitely something that led us to have a really good game. We wanted to play good for the fans, and we got it done. So
It meant a lot that everybody showed up because field hockey is on a Thursday, it's a school night, and everyone has other stuff they'd be rather doing.
For our team, it's kind of just a great time for everyone to come watch us play and see the progress we put in through all the season. It was awesome. It's nothing I've ever experienced before. Just being on the field and hearing everyone cheering, it gave me so much motivation just to play better, and I just had a lot of fun doing it.
Yeah, we had teachers coming up to us after the game and in school and stuff, congratulating us, which was a great feeling. Cougar Weekend is huge. All season, it's all marked on our calendars in the back of our minds, thinking about how we're going to get to win. And, it's for the first time in 5 years we won this year, and I feel like the whole week before our Morris Hills game, everybody was focused on that night.
For our team, it's a pretty big deal because Chatham field hockey doesn't really get a lot of fans at all. But it was definitely really exciting to have a huge crowd come see us play.
My favorite moment of the night was actually Justin Hayes' hit in the first quarter. I feel like that was the first thing that got everyone pumped up, after the talcum powder.
For the goal, I think that just kind of capped it off on the right note. When I played field, because I never got to play field.
Probably after our first goal when they sang Hey Baby, because I had never had anyone sing that song at one of my games. It was just to see how our team played, because I think that was probably one of the best games we played. We dominated the entire game.
I think the 3rd goal was my favorite moment because it really, once we scored that, we knew we're not losing.
I think it really brought us together because I think everybody got really fired up after that win. especially since it was an easy team to beat, and we've been good ever since.
Well, I know it's definitely given us that extra confidence going into the playoff push.
Yeah, now we're sitting 4-1. Hopefully this week 5-1, then you never know from there.
The team is definitely on a roll. We had a game 2 days ago, and we had tied a team that we had lost to earlier in the season, so it definitely set the tone for the rest of the season. Wow, that was an awesome weekend for everyone in Chatham.
In other Chatham community news, the Turkey Trot is a 5K taking place over Thanksgiving and is open to all Chatham residents.
Sounds like fun. I know CHS members of the cross-country team are going to participate. Let's take a look at this segment on the girls' cross-country team.
I would define success as each individual achieving a goal that they set for themselves in the beginning of a season. So running cross country is a sport where you don't have to be the best athlete, you don't even have to be varsity. If you start at one level and just work hard on a daily basis, you can achieve your own personal goals.
Cross country is one of those sports where, like, even though everybody's different, not everyone's varsity, some people run the freshman race, everybody's powering through the same conditions, everyone gets a chance to get out there and work as hard as they can.
I think at first I thought too that it was like just gonna be all running, like every practice you just get there, run, then go home, but then I realized like it's more about like the team and like the team bonding and all that. It's what it's more about for cross country.
Yeah, when I showed up to my first practice, I started a little later, so I was a little nervous, but the team was so welcoming and really supportive.
Like what she said, the team was just so welcoming, and like they really wanted to get to know you and make you feel like you were part of the fam.
I think that the team as a whole just kind of come together on their own. I organize some things, but the seniors do a good job of organizing different activities, beach trips and pasta parties and things like that, and I think that helps the team come together and, you know, want to be a part of the group.
I would say we're really close. Even from like the freshmen to the seniors, we all really seem to get along.
My first race was Randolph. I was running in the JV race, and I stayed with a senior catchmitter the whole time, and it was new to me, so I didn't really know what to do. I just kind of stayed with her, and we ended up being in the front the whole time, so it was nice.
I think like what really helps is your teammates cheering you on because they believe in you, so you feel like you have to finish the race strong.
Oh my
God. This past Friday, we won an invitational at Livingston High School, and that was just exciting to see how much fun the whole group had. So.
At the Livingston Invitational, even in the JV race, we had, I think, 6 or 7 girls place in the top 10 all together, like in a pack. So we really work together, and we really just like to, you know, stay together and workouts and all that stuff.
I motivate the team in a lot of different ways. Running can get a little tedious sometimes, so we do fun different activities. The other day we did a Zumba class. We do different kinds of workouts.
It's hard to power through all the workouts and stay tough during like all the races. But even though it's hard, I really thought it was fun.
We work as a team and like the championships and stuff, so that's fun.
Just like went out, had a good time, and yeah, we did pretty well.
The girls are like so welcoming, so it's kind of like my second fam. I know it sounds so cheesy, but they're just so fun, and like they're really like supportive, and we like know each other really well, so.
Whoa, sounds exhausting but really rewarding. Congrats to the girls cross country team on their win at the Lancer Invitational last month.
Something else that is rewarding is helping others.
A new club called Operation Smile was just started at CHS. This club spreads awareness and raises money for children with cleft lips.
Here's a clip about the club.
Well, the goal of this organization is to help raise money for surgeries to help kids with cleft lip and also to raise awareness.
Like the organization altogether has raised like millions of dollars for surgeries, for free surgeries for the children that can't afford it, and also like a lot of medical equipment to perform the surgeries.
My life is brilliant.
Important because a lot of people and a lot of children have the cleft lip, especially in third world countries, and they can't afford the surgeries that they need, at least like good surgery. So if we spread awareness and like raise enough money, then we can provide the surgeries for them.
Sleep on that, 'cause I've got a plan. You're beautiful. You're beautiful. You're beautiful. It's true. I saw your
Well, we saw that Chatham didn't have one, and we were really surprised because a lot of schools do have this club. So we thought it would be a good idea to help spread awareness. When we leave Chatham, this problem will still stay, and it's important to still take care of it and to still know about this disease because it's still going to happen. And it's just...
It is $240, so if we raise $1,000, we won't be able to help like 20 children, but we'll be able to help a pretty good amount.
Hi, I'm Oliver Jones from Operation Smile Club. I'd just like to talk to you briefly about one of the crueler aspects of life here in America. We may spend up to $230 on a pair of designer shoes when, in reality, that's the same cost as a surgery to change a poor child's life in one of the more impoverished countries in this world.
What a great club helping people from around the world.
In other world news, a group of CHS students participated in an exchange program with French students earlier this year.
Let's take a look at their trip.
This summer I went on the French exchange program to Monaco, Roquebrune, and various other European countries. So 12 students were selected to go on the trip. Most of them were French 4 students, but 2 of us, including myself, were French 3 students.
First we started talking to these people for our French homework, and then as we talked to them more for homework, we ended up like friending them on Facebook and like Snapchatting them. So by the time we like decided that we were going to go on the exchange, we were already like friends with the people.
I had been involved in several exchanges over the summer, and so I wanted to bring an exchange program to Chatham, and a couple of years ago found a high school in the south of France that was interested in doing the exchange.
We expressed interest in going on the trip, and then there were multiple meetings beforehand that we went to discuss the logistics of the whole process.
It is a school, it's called Lycée Saint-Joseph, and the head of the school is very, very interested in exchanges, and they do exchanges with all kinds of schools all around the world.
I thought it would be a really great opportunity to go on this trip because I speak French, obviously, because I take it, so I thought it would be a really good way to get to learn the language better and get to learn the culture better.
Never been to France before, so I thought it was really cool, especially since we went to the French Riviera opposed to Paris, which everybody thinks of when you think of France, and I thought it was a really overall good experience.
I think most language teachers agree that the best way to learn a language is to go and be immersed in the culture, so we really wanted a chance for students to to be involved with going to France, but also to have students come here.
Hosting the exchange student was definitely pretty strange because it was basically just having someone always around you, and you just have to take care of them pretty much. We took them to the Jersey Shore so they could experience that. Took them to Seaside.
We took them to the diner because they don't have.
Oh yeah, they love bacon, egg, and cheese.
They were obsessed.
This was a really different trip because we were staying with an actual family. So it was like full immersion for the week or 10 days that we were there.
So we were able to stay in an apartment that the head of the school owned in the small town where we were staying in Brookbrunn. So we stayed in her apartment.
So we really got to learn their culture, how they lived. We tried to speak French as much as possible while we were there. So in that way it was different than like any other trip that I've been on before.
Learning a different culture, it was definitely like it was really interesting, but it was like kind of, at first it was like uncomfortable because you didn't want to like disrespect their like culture, but then you kind of got used to it and they like kind of got used to you, so it was like, felt normal after a little.
They all lived like, all their houses are in the side of a mountain, like whereas we live like in a community that's like kind of confined, they live like right next to the ocean. So that definitely like dictates what they do. Like they send a gym class that they've done sailing, so that's like obviously really different from what we do in our school.
It was also really weird, like when you met everyone, you had to like give kisses on both sides of their cheeks. And it was just like weird because you did it like no matter how many times you saw them the same day.
The food I thought was very different than here because like they made us like sandwiches for lunch and stuff, but it was just like, I felt like it was so much fresher and like I was always like full. I don't know why, I was just like never hungry.
My favorite part was just like being around like all these different people because some of them were so funny. Like they would have all these like inside jokes and so would we. So like there was a lot of times where we were just like very confused because we didn't know like how to talk to each other and we just like start laughing. Like I actually like little moments like that were really funny.
Going on the trip definitely gave me more confidence speaking French. I definitely noticed that I don't speak as well as I should, so I think that gave me some motivation to try to understand the language better and try to speak better.
And I think we got some nice friendships from the program. It actually we didn't have this type of expectations, but it just happened that the French and American students really got along, and it was just more than exchange, I think, in my opinion.
Seems like such an awesome time. I bet they really enjoyed being a part of that experience.
Yeah, I agree. Chatham has some really great things going on nowadays.
I know. Just like how the football team is doing so well. They finally made the playoffs after 5 years. What an amazing accomplishment.
Athletes. We got the best athletes in the league. That's what makes us the best team in the league. That's why no one else in the league can beat us.
Well, I mean, being a part of a winning Chatham football team is definitely a change for all of us. But now it's just a lot more fun when you're not playing games. Obviously, the games are the same. You're going into battle with another team, but it's more after the games and during the week that you have the feeling that you have the mindset that you can go out and beat any team. So it's a lot of fun.
Our senior year was always like the time to make a change in the program and kind of set the tone for the rest of the grades below us and stuff. So yeah, I mean, I think we did expect to do well this year.
I think the biggest difference between last year and this year is last year we had a new offense and a new offensive coordinator, and this year we're kind of we're used to the system and we've only added a couple of things.
Yeah, the pressure's definitely there. Everyone's looking to us to kind of be vocal and be leaders of the team.
Well, our goal is to make the playoffs this year, and at 5-1, you'd think we'd be in the playoffs, but we still have a lot more work to do and we still have to win more games.
It's tough though when we're doing so well, like everybody's a leader, so I feel like we kind of got to take an extra step to be vocal and get everyone involved and make sure everyone's doing their job.
Definitely the first game against Randolph when we won on the last second play really just set the tone for the rest of the season.
Huge part of our success. They just add another dimension to the game. Good plays plus good fans equals success on the field.
Absolutely.
What I need is somebody who really cares. I really need a lover who wants to be there. It's been so long since I touched a wanting
season, there's much more dancing, fist bumping, and definitely a lot more smiles in the locker room, so it's a lot more fun.
Congrats on everything you guys have achieved.
Well, that is all the time we have. Hope you guys enjoyed this week's episode.
Stay tuned for next week's episode. Thanks for watching.